Hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Hi, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. I did remember to hit the button on YouTube this time, so we are live on time, unlike yesterday. Oh, hello, Nara. Welcome. Happy to see you. I hope everybody has had a nice Thursday. Let me tell you, I took a fat ass nap this afternoon. I don't know why I was so damn sleepy, but I was still productive. I still got things done. I just had to take a fat nap in the middle of it. Hi Lily, welcome. Good to see you. Tonight's beverage is the last Dr. Pepper Zero that I had in the fridge. So, I've got that going on. Alyssa! Welcome, Alyssa. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Yes, but I got my drink and I finished. Hi, Velcro. Velcro is here. She had her little snack. Yes, so she's ready for games. Hook'em Horns beat LSU. Good! That's funny. I like how you're over here talking about football, and I bet you Pillow's gonna come on here and talk about hockey. Yeah. Cause yeah, there's hockey fans in this chat. But yeah, I took a fat nap, but I got all my recording done for my Valentine's Day cover, and that has been sent off to my audio engineer. So all I gotta do is wait for him to get that back to me, and then I can put the video together. So I'm excited. And I'm planning, because there are a few different things that I want to accomplish next week. But I have to make sure. Oh, it's basketball. Excuse me. Wrong sport. Right, because football season is over, technically. Except Super Bowl is this weekend. Not that I'm going to be watching. Well, I will watch the halftime show. I'm going to watch the Bad Bunny halftime show. That's what I want to watch. But I don't care about the actual feetball. Oh, but I have a photo shoot this weekend. I mean, it ends before the sports actually starts. It is back to being busy, people. It is back to being very busy. Soup Bowl! Yes. The Super Bowl. You know what? If I didn't meal prep giant meatloaf, I would make soup for the Super Bowl. I mean, I still could. I could just make a small one. I have 80 billion Tupperwares full of meatloaf, mashed taters, and green beans in my fridge. My partner will sometimes go on meal prep kicks. So we went to the grocery store last night. I think there's like at least 10 Tupperwares full of meatloaf with mashed taters and green beans in the fridge. But hey, it's better than ordering takeout, so, that's fine. Did I get my Bamboo 3D printer? So it's my partner's 3D printer. They ordered it through the company site. They did not order it through Amazon. So, you've never had meatloaf? Ever? It's good. Although, it's kind of, everybody's mama has a different recipe for meatloaf. Some people only use beef. Some people do a combination of beef and pork, or pork and chicken, or beef and chicken, or whatever. There are many different recipes of meatloaf, so try them out. See what works for you. And then there's the difference of, like, cooking. Because some people are team freeform meatloaf, where they just, like, shape it and then put it on a baking sheet. Or there are people who make meatloaf in a bread pan. Like an actual loaf pan, so they get, like, the proper loaf shape. There are different schools of thought for meatloaf. But yeah. Oh, you want to try? Okay, actually, it was a new recipe. It was really good. I'll find the link and I can post it in the Discord server. Team Oat Filler. Okay. Yeah, I think my mom, I'm trying to remember. Because I was actually talking to my partner last night, because honestly, it's been years since I've had meatloaf, because Mom doesn't make it anymore. But I remember Mom making meatloaf back in the day when I was a kid. I can't remember if she used oats or not. But I know it was a combo of meats. It wasn't just one meat. And I think onions. Were there carrots in it? Gosh, I'll have to look it up. I'll have to ask. But no, that makes sense. Breadcrumbs. Yes, the recipe we used last night used breadcrumbs. Although actually, we had a package of like Pepperidge Farm stuffing left over from Thanksgiving. Because it came with free with like something we needed, and we hadn't used it because normally we make our own dressing. But stuffing, the Pepperidge Farm stuff is basically just seasoned breadcrumbs, so we used that as filler for meatloaf last night, and that was pretty good. I was down with that. But honestly, yeah, I think oats would add a different texture. Also probably more fiber, so like I'm down with that. But I am an oat fan. I love oats. You can do so much. You can make bread, you can do pancakes, cookies, of course oatmeal, oat milk. You could make congee with oatmeal, like a savory thing. You can do a lot with oats. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. Maybe I'll make some oatmeal raisin cookies, cuz I do have a bunch of raisins in my pantry. And I've been craving a cookie. Maybe that'll be what I do for Super Bowl. Make some cookies. Anyway, I'm over here yapping. Let me go back to Steam. Ace Attorney. So, we finished our first investigation day last week. And we met Emma. And she's our detective. No gumshoe this go around. But Mitorofu! I mean, technically that's katakana, not kanji, but yes, Mitorofu. Speaking of, while I get this game loaded, speaking of Japanese, so the song I'm covering for Valentine's Day, I decided to do an obscure Maid Cafe song from 2006. And it was not anywhere on stream services. I couldn't find any lyrics, so I just wrote them down by ear, right? But I was so lucky. Just like yesterday, the album that this song was featured on is now on all streaming services. And the lyrics in Japanese are on the streaming platform, so I was able to cross-check my lyrics. I am proud to say that I got them correct. But now I have lyrics that I can put in my, like, video for my cover, so it won't be, like, blank and sad. And also, I get to listen to high-quality, versions of these songs. That made me happy. I'm always so happy when things are more available globally, rather than just, like, going on the web, trying to find files and hoping your computer doesn't get cancer. So, yeah, I was over here with my Japanese keyboard cross-checking my lyrics. So that was part of what I did today. Alright. Game time. Let me change. We are not playing Ishin. We are playing Apollo Justice. There we go. Yippee! Okay. Wahoo! Alright, people. Trial day 1. And, you know, according to the thumbnail, we're gonna have to save Trucy from some creep. As we do. But, I believe in us. I believe in us, I think. Ooh. Alright. Gonna load up. Okay. Yes, the 29th. This is when we last played. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let me just... Hello, Jim. Hello, Bob. They are back. So if I remember correctly from last week, all three of our silly little missions kind of, like were interwoven with each other. Also, let me scooch down so my big head isn't quite in the way. There we go. Okay, so the noodle stand that was stolen was actually being pulled by the person who got murdered. And the person who got murdered was a doctor at the clinic that supposedly had something to do with Phoenix's hit and run, because the car that hit Phoenix was found in the clinic's garage. Then the mafia family who saw the hit and run, their son is the one who is accused of murdering this doctor. And so he is our client. But we weren't allowed to talk to him last time, because Big Daddy decided it was not a good idea. So we have some evidence, but we're still working on it. We're still working on it. So let's see what we've got. Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Wasn't he in the hospital, though?
Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Yes. Fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
Ooh, do some now. I want to see. Here.
Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
That sounds like more like a self-mantra than voice training.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Ah, yes. Walkie. I think that's what his name was. Ah! Good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with that guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Ah! We got bots. Of course, my mods are nowhere to be found. Bastards. It's fine. I will do the job. Haha! Okay. Cool. Next. Walkie! Don't be running your mouth like that in here. I love the band with his name on it. Honestly, this whole getup reminds me of Way of the House Husband. If y'all have read and or watched that. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. I don't... Child, you are not made for the streets. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo.
My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. Okay, 10 a.m. Let's go. Ah, yes, and Clavier is here. Court is now in session for the trial of Wakikitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge.
Ah, it's him! The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor?
It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? Why are all the prosecutors German? Like, that's a pattern that we've developed in these games. How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Achtung, baby! Okay. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down. To prosecuting! This is crazy! The victim, Pal Meraktis, director of the Meraktis Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? I would also like to know. Yes, I believe. You will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. But the victim did not, well, I mean, yeah, the weapon was, like, the murder weapon, I think, was a pistol, but we don't... We did not find the murder weapon. We only found a knife. The knife had our client's prints on it, but a knife was not used to kill the victim. He really likes noodles? I guess so. He just had to take the stand for himself. What do you mean, undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. By who? Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Not the air guitar! Oh my god. His name is Piano, but he plays guitar. 9, not yet. First, there is a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment?
I swear I could see the guitar for a second.
Yeah, it'll probably get tiresome, but you know what? If we could deal with Francisca and the whip, I think we could deal with the air guitar. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Meraktis Clinic? Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh. But what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? I hate this stupid kid. What is right?
They always say that. On stage, you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant. Walkie, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kitaki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail.
You gotta hand it to him. Walkie sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear the testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Okay. Let's find out. I'll tell you one thing. That doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up on my ops something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? But it was in the park. You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Huh. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Okie dokie. First, we save. As we do. Okay. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, Pointy Locks? Just who do you think you are? Your lawyer. Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Okay. Someone had to show him what's what. By someone, you mean? Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. Hi, Pillow! Yes, it's court time. You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done, straight gangster style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. Sometimes you gotta pop and show trickers. Certified Yakuza. Uh-huh. Oh, probably. Yeah, there's, of course. That's pretty standard for these games. Okay, what did he do? So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Ravalis family. Okay. That's when I pulled a Jack move. Oh, shit. Oh, God. And ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. With his shoes off. Damn. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Maractus clinic from there? Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Oh, shit. Shot in the heart and he's still alive?
I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart.
God damn it, Trucy. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. Well, you're still alive. It can't be a complete failure. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. Bullet still in his chest, I guess. Very much like, Von Karma. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. Okay, get another doc to patch me up. So this bullet is still... You know it! I can still feel it! Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Hello, Christelle. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for stopping by. Walkie is a G and Von Karma is scum. Yes, true. I was just making note of the similarities of their situations. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man! Were no accident, that's for shizzle. It seems there were issues with this doctor. Yes, I also thought of that song, Alyssa. Very true. I should put that on my karaoke list. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie! Please consult your lawyer before saying things like that.
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
Back gay! But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Passion, provocation, manslaughter. That's very specific. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy! I hate this. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way! That's whacked!
There is proof. Your checkup report.
Results from a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near heart. It means you were provoked into killing someone and had no time to calm down, but would in no way kill someone in their right mind. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Something has to constitute as provocation legally. Okay. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Oh. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Who is this? Diva that we have never met before. So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Wow. What a design. My name is Wesley Stickler. Oh. By occupation. Oh, never mind. He's just gonna talk. Oh, he's a philosopher. All right. Uh-huh. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I am not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my, Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. Put the book away, son. You ask quite oh, god damn it. One of these guys. Let's see if we can actually get through the testimony. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! Oh, the bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. Oh, so they had the murder weapon. Okay. The court accepts this into evidence. Weapon left at the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Well, if there's no fingerprints, how can you prove it was my client? Very well. Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
Alright. save here. Then I'm gonna take a look at our take a look at our stuff. Checkup report. Walkie-talkie 19 male. Report filed June 14th. Metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. Okay, I'm just looking. Nothing. Oh. Whoa! Don't point that thing at me! That's funny.
Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeons come out of.
Very reassuring. I thought we had a clue. I guess not. To the right temple. Okay, so the forehead was wrong. Maractus, age 46. Time of death, June 14th, between 10:15 p.m. and 10:45 p.m. Damage to the brain resulting from a bullet wound is the cause of death. Entry point, right temple. Okay, so let's see. He held a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot, the bullet hit the man who's from the front. Ha! Okay, so incorrect. Boom, baby! All right. Whew, if that's all of it, I think I have a chance. Is that you? Relaxing, I see, Herr Justice. Huh? Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet.
Right. Look at this! The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, problem. Yes! The problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It's quite simple, really. When I say square, I speak the blah 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 blah. Jesus Christ, he's insufferable. You don't have to mansplain everything. Mr. Justice. Yes. Was your objection to these krypton particle things? This is the big time, and you are obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No! I'm obsessed with something big! I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? It is, right? Finally!
Objection!
Fuck! Herr Justice. Oh, Herr Justice. yes? Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Listen, that was clearly a contradiction. Why is everybody so up in arms? God. Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. The eyes! That's so silly. Hey, hair forehead. Forehead? Excuse you? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, hair forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fräulein?
Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!"
And you, Hair Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? If the victim turned his head at the last moment. Really? Fucking really? That's annoying. Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. Wouldn't this be in IRL court, like, leading the witness? Pretty sure that's not legal, but we're in Japan-fornia, and rules don't matter. It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. Right, running and calling the authorities. Exactly. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. "Cease this at once, you two!" I cried, with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. He screamed like a 7-year-old girl, 100%. Of course he did. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Well, then how were the fingerprints wiped if he just tossed it immediately? I see. You attempted to stop the crime. Indeed. With composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. Not the diagram. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it? Stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment. As we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Well, fuck me, I guess. Oh, mercy. Move that way. So you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave of you. I doubt it. Clavier has more honor as a practitioner of law than his brother Christoph. In a series of full corrupt prosecutors, his brother is a corrupt defense attorney. Interesting. Well, we'll see how we like Clavier as we continue. You might have gotten shot. Eh? You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind. I can't with his face.
He actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger.
Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Okay. Okay. The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed. I would say about the same time. To be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step.
I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him.
Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. Okay. Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? He seemed quite surprised, especially considered that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked, a common tale, but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action. Okay, tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time.
Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo?
What?
The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
Yeah, so why are the fingerprints wiped? According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes.
In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find.
Fingerprints. Find something? Find what?
I liked that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Okay, so... Let's present the gun. Wait a second! Another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say. A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second? 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say, Mr. Justice. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. He's over here wearing shit like he's ready for his PhD when he's not. Yes, Your Honor. Am I to understand you are objecting to the length of a second? No, bitch. Yes! I mean, no! Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. A common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for Prince.
That was good. That was funny. Ah, the little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there.
I'm not little.
Then let's think like adults. Shall we, Fräulein?
Eh?
What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves?
Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? You know, I don't think Walkie would think that far. I don't think he would think that far ahead. He doesn't seem smart enough to premeditate some shit, you know? No. Sorry, I am not betting on Walkie's brain cells here. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained. Which contradicts your testimony. How to get away with murder? Well, not on my watch. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. What are you looking for? That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant. He threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Well, Herr Forehead, any of your precious objections?
What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training get to work.
You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say.
What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he restated that he saw just now, he said he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away.
Oh, the knife.
He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
Yikes! Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once in my... Okay, he's gonna keep talking. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. No, I don't think he planned this very well, no. Does the defense have anything to say about this?
Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol, then it had to be
something else. The knife. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. Whoa, wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. I overruled the witness's talkativeness. Hi, Sam. Okay. Perhaps you could inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? It was the knife. Colonel Mustard in the library with the knife. Is that a sword? I saw one of those on the late night movie last night. No more than 2 people at the defense bench can think at once. Yes, only one person can have possession of the brain cell, and Trucy has it. Great. A sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves 2 important things. 1, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. 2, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed. Oh, Herr Forehead. You're forgetting 2 other things you've just proven. 1, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie-Talkie. Not the Miles Edgeworth body pillow. Actually, I want one, damn. 2, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Fuck! Indeed! Never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here. These hands! Bleh. Lewd or not lewd? Not lewd. I need him in his full courtroom uniform, please. I'm a sucker for a suit. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. That's hilarious. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. Come on. It is always the same with you people. Mark the left house on foot, and 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better. Angry. A themson of enjoying a man in uniform. Yes. Agreed. Very much so. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Damn it. Okay. We're gonna... Give me just a moment. We need to do a little stretchy stretch. I'm feeling a little stiff. We've been here for an hour. It is stretch time, people. Let's stay. I know, I like a spicy judge. I wish he were like that more often. Okay. Everybody get up. Stretch time. Come on, Velcro, stretch. Okay. Alright. Ooh, I am so small. There we go. Okay. We're gonna roll our head to the right. Circle. And another one. A third one. Now we're gonna roll to the left. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. Number 2. Oh. And number 3. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, shake it out a little bit. Okay, shoulder rolls. Back. 2, 3, 4, Rolling forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Hold them up by your ears. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let them drop. Okay. Shake out your hands side to side. Oh, everybody got up and got snacks and dinner. Okay. Now flap them back and forth. Yes, eat you some Rice Krispies. A Rice Krispie treat sounds nice. Okay, we're going to take our fingers in our left hand, bend them back, stretch out the wrist and the forearm. I don't have marshmallows, so I can't make them, but it would not be hard to get. Okay, and the left thumb. We stretch. I saw somebody making, it was like Rice Krispie treats, but with Cinnamon Toast Crunch instead of Rice Krispies, and that sounds pretty fucking excellent. I've also seen Fruity Pebbles ones. Alright, stretch the fingers on your right hand. Stretchy stretch. Alrighty. Then we stretch the right thumb. Right? I think pretty much any cereal would be good with that. I agree. Very much agree. Okay. Wrist circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Do a few ankle circles on the right leg. Switch over to your left. A few more circles. Alright, last stretch. Bend over, touch the toes. Ugh. Deep breath. Not hit yet. Shake your head no. Alright, we bend the knees. And straighten. We bend the knees again. And straighten. Last time, bend the knees. And straighten. Deep breath. Alright, gently bend the knees and roll up nice and slow. 1 vertebrae at a time. Your head should be the last thing to come up. Alright. Good stretch, Velcro? Yes, she thinks so. Thank you, everybody. Good stretch. Ugh. After sitting recording for a while, it's always good to stretch. Yes. Very good. Okay. Let's get back to our courtroom. Let me adjust myself. Okay. Alright. Boop. Ugh. Back to this guy. Too many fillers! And you got your buccal fat removed. Not a good combo, my guy. Right, put him on stage. Like, he already's got drag queen lashes. Go nuts. Okay. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. It's too anime. It's very, it's almost like a hybrid of, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and, like, super stylized, like, yaoi anime. Super silly. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Check his phone records. I know, it's either buccal fat removal or he just don't eat enough. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Not the quadratic equations. Listen, I don't math, but a bitch still remembers the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Do I use this in my daily life? No. Do I remember it? Yes. Honest to God, I feel like the education system needs to fix its math. Teach us practical math. Teach us taxes, finances. If you study philosophy, you ain't eating. I guess not. Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also now know that there was no one else there? Tell me what job you get with that degree. Teaching. You teach philosophy. That's all you do. You go into academia and then you stay there. Honestly, that's pretty common with a lot of liberal arts stuff. You were taught how to do interest. I was not interested. Very funny, Lily. It seems clear that we have our killer. Write books. You know what? Nara's right. They could definitely write books. Although until you get a publisher, it is hard to make money doing that. But I'm sure Nara knows. As an author herself. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I'd better find a way to take this testimony down quick. Here we go. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Yes, right. Even if it's just for fun. Like, everybody needs a creative outlet. Write the book. Write the song. Paint the painting. Draw the picture. What else can you do? Knit the scarf. Make the video essay. Shit post to your heart's desire. Make art for the sake of making art. Damn it. At least that's what I believe. I don't want to say anything about debt because I am deep. That's why I can't build interest. Listen, there is no shame in that. The financial world is fucked up, and you are not alone. Interesting story! Yes? No, I have lots of stories. I'm trying to write more songs. Because, you know, I'm a musician, so I'm trying to put stories to music, personally. Okay, could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. I mean, you could. You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing.
If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood, nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor.
Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. I want to write one crossover that takes place in the game of Fate, but I don't know enough characters to actually commit to the crossover part. If you're in our Discord server, Elita, one of our lovely community members, knows all about Fate. She could definitely help you with that. I am not a financial advisor, Lily. I do not have that kind of information. I apologize. Okay. So nothing strange about how he acted. Oh, but Trucy has something. Trucy looks like she has something to say. Use my cell phone to call the police. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance?
It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite! Simply exquisite.
Uh-huh. He actually looks like he's gonna cry. Trucy Madge. She very Madge. Trucy, why Madge? Hold on. Where is... Pistol autopsy report? Or no, that's the checkup report. Bloomers. Yeah, how does the underwear fit in all of this? We still don't know why there's the noodle stand. Huh. The record for most shots to the head and surviving is 9? That's crazy. That's nuts. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes?
I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction.
Is that all?
No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing.
You mean you couldn't try and stop the fucking bleeding? Jesus. It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be a few to be there. God, okay. Rewind. It was late at night. It's not odd to think there would be few people around in the park. So he just stood there watching? Not much to go on there. Trucy, if you've got something to say, by all means, say it. This witness is way too self-assured. There's gotta be a weakness somewhere in this testimony. Okay, well this was the only one we didn't press. People take night jogs. They do. Which way did the killer run?
By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction.
That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion. Achtung! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once, and he was out of sight. How did he know that's where I was going? Are they? Listen, I'm just being silly. I'm just having fun making silly voices, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I can't find a single problem with that testimony. Had enough at last, hair forehead. Maybe it's time to back off a bit. I don't know. Oh, do I? Thank you. I didn't think my German voice was that good, but I appreciate it. Nah, Trucy Madge. I don't think I can back off. She's still mad. Ah, I'm running low on my drink. I saved. Why not? The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well, you may continue the cross-examination. Okay, hang on. Damn it. Let's look at the map. Park Mansion. Okay, I don't think that's gonna... The Noodle Bowl. What about the noodle stand? Still don't know how the underwear fit into this. Oh.
Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one.
It's kind of odd, though.
What is?
I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself.
Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo.
Thanks. Finally, some respect.
So, what does that tell you?
Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through details, for one.
They did drop their phone, after all. I kind of figured they were a little spacey already.
Oh, good point. Telling time with phones, who knew? Okay. That's not gonna work. We still haven't gotten to the car thing. Okay, we already dusted it for prints.
So the defendant's prints are on this knife.
That would mean he was here on the night of the crime.
That's what I call irrefutable scientific evidence. Neat.
Not so neat when it happens to be evidence against our client. I don't think we're gonna get anything else from that. Ah! Okay, we can try the noodle stand.
Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon spelled his name backwards on this side.
2006, I guess. I think it says noodle.
As in,
Eldoon's noodles.
huh. Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forward or backwards.
Yeah. I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S.
Then, how about a store called Team Meat?
Close, but that would be Tame Mate backwards. What kind of store is that?
Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's Team Meat.
Silly. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything else out of this. Walked into the noodle stand and said, "Got any corpses?" Yes. Anything on the bottom? No. Shit, I'm stumped. Well, let's take a look at this. Oh! Is that her name?
These bloomers sure have a distinct design.
You certainly know who they belong to at a glance.
That way she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius!
I would think writing your name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. I love a salty noodle meal as much as the next guy, but I think Eldoon's ramen would kill me. Yeah, maybe. Huh. Well, I guess that's it. Could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. I used my cell phone to call the police. Ooh, off to an idol event. That's exciting. Have fun, enjoy, and tell us, you know, how it went. Good night, Nara. Thank you for stopping by. Other time zones are a myth, you goober. Hang on. I wonder, could it be his phone? Nope, that's not it. Okay. Until the police arrived, I saw no one else. Well then how did Plum Blossom's underwears end up in the trash can? Let's see. I don't know about that. No. Nope. That was incorrect. Okay. Not the time to present it. I guess not. Okay. I saw no one else. This witness is way too self-assured. There's gotta be a weakness somewhere in this testimony. What is it, Trucy? What am I missing? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Hang on. Come looking at a guide. Okay, corner. Okay. Calling the police or the statement. I know, I'm just like, what? But what do I present? Oi. Oi, oi, oi. I bet you it has something to do with the noodle stand, doesn't it? Magic pantyloons for shits and giggles, I guess. Go back. Okay. What did he say about the police and the phone? Yeah, okay, this was the ambulance conversation. Okay. The only thing a lawyer can present for shits and giggles is their badge? Okay. What, Trucy? Okay, well, I guess maybe I picked the wrong answer. Maybe there isn't anything left to unravel in this testimony after all. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month, hair forehead. They don't have enough to put Walkie away yet. Should I back off for now? Yes. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No. No! It seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all! How unfortunate. It seems you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, hair forehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie Kitaki. Objection? I agree, but... Who just screamed? What? Trucy? Who is this, and where did he come from? Nobody move! What's the meaning of this? Who are you? There will be no verdict in court. Not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of... Hair Judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes, or I promise you'll regret it. Wait! How'd he disappear so fast?
Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo.
It does get dark, doesn't it? I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man! Oh, to be continued? The fuck? I know we got the time. I just didn't expect to be continued. Yes. We continue. Hello, Jim. Hello, Bob. Okay. Trucy! Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy? You're okay. I thought...
Don't cry, Apollo.
Oh, those good-for-nothing gangsters! There are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges.
Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else...
God damn it, Trucy! Oh. Girl, please. Meet Mr. Hat. Okay. What the heck is that?
Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat.
You look marvelous, darling.
He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar.
Yes, I am a big hit. Ha ha ha.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean you? Trucy! There are some things you just don't do! I'm pressing charges!
Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here.
Apollo, I know you're disappointed, but I promise you'll get to be held at knife point one day, too. Yeah. Huh?
Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do?
Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will.
Trucy, no more staged abductions, please.
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo.
Who's being threatened? Everybody at this point.
I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You can see what he's feeling?
Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times.
All the times there was a contradiction? Do I remember? I don't think I do. Oops, never mind. I think I remember them, sure.
There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in.
You're not an Ace Attorney assistant if you don't get your life threatened during a case at least once. I guess so.
And each time there was a contradiction.
I knew it had to be the book. Uh-huh.
He said the man tossed aside a pistol.
Oh, our superpower? Okay, I thought we did that during the trial case.
But it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit.
The book.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
Uh.
I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean that's how Mr. Right won all those games?
It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all. But not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great, so he cheated. But what does that do for us? I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that.
Time to play pickup on minor body habits of the witness.
You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Watch a testimony? Perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm gonna lose.
Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo.
I've got the power. Mr. Right said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that she said before the trial started? Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it.
Apollo!
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can.
I just flew in from the coast and boy are my arms tired. Right. Ugh. Okie dokie. Back we go. Court is now back in session. Right. We're fine. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Ah, right. Him. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Yes, it was, an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fräulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it. Now you don't. Am I right?
I think he's on to me.
I wish he would stop being so cool.
Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
Okie dokie. All right. Here we go. Okay, could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Superpowered time. Alright. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all.
Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot.
Focus. If only it were that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? Oh. What's this? My bracelet? What's going on? Am I locked in? Ugh. My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
Supplies! I guess so. I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. Alright. Could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Aha! Okay. I guess we'll press. You called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them?
Wait, Apollo. This has to be it.
Wait, you mean his habit?
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Know what?
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. Okay, where'd you get it? I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
Your bracelet?
Hello, hovering above the screen. I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Man, like the Magatama at least makes sense. The fuck is it with this bracelet? All will be told in due time. Okay, alright. We will find out, Lily. Touch my bracelet with R as it reacts to the testimony. Whoa. What's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else.
Apollo?
Trucy, what's happening to me?
This is what I meant by focusing.
Focusing.
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. It's an outlet. Okay.
Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember, right?
Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with the page of his book.
You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I'll bet they are.
First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand.
His hand? I don't know where he got the bracelet, but we'll figure it out eventually.
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right. I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint.
Perfect. Now you're really ready.
Ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
Perceive.
Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit.
Right. You mean when he fiddles with the page?
That's right! That's your signal to look closer. Perceive with R. Find his weak spot, and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers.
Don't worry if you miss it. You can always try again.
Right. Look out, nervous twitch. Here comes justice. Used my cell phone. Whoa, that's trippy. Okay.
I saw it! Just now I could see it!
Mr. Justice, do you have something to say?
All this banging of desks. It's quite bad for my circulation, you know.
Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
What are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? What to ask? I bet if we ask to see his phone, he won't have it. Ask to see the phone. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone.
Aha! Why? Whatever for?
Show me and you'll find out.
Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see.
You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
Oh, where did you get that?
That's the phone from yesterday.
Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire.
So he's the one who hit Phoenix.
If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
Huh. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Oh. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute! What is the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus? Why, that's where the victim lived!
That's impossible.
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? Bingo!
It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone.
A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all. Then why did you lie? Where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, to indicate it with a startling high degree of accuracy, it was right around here.
Aha! So he was the one who hit and ran with Mr. Wright. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie?
There can be only one reason.
He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage.
What are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all.
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As though I were trying to kill him.
Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night.
Oh, well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true, I lost my cell phone. But you can't prove that I lost it that night.
Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions to a connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
How, bitch? He's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. I just feel like I have to save right now. You feel me? Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Is it maybe? Maybe the car mirror? Because it was found in the garage. And we still have to connect Phoenix's hit and run. Let's try it. Of course I have evidence. Ooh. I like your swagger, hair forehead. Hit it. The court will see this evidence. Mr. Justice, hit it, as they say. Okay, the evidence proved the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... Let's give it a shot. Hey, there we go. Okay. That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Maractus's car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder.
An accident?
An accident. Zydrate comes in a little glass vial. A little glass vial. A little glass vial. Sorry, had to do that. It happened a little after 9 p.m., just outside of People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus's car hit a pedestrian.
What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident. Which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground right underneath the wheel. Got him! Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder in the park. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected. Mr. Justice, are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus?
No, stop! This is too much! This can't be happening! Prosecutor, say something! I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Palmeractus. That is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory.
The victim's name is a tongue twister of malpractice. That's funny. That's okay. Very, very good. This game is so dramatic, just saying, but it should be anyways. Hi, Aqua. Enjoy your lurk. Oh yeah, Ushicon starts tomorrow. Have fun. Enjoy. Take plenty of pictures.
Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. All right, Trucy, we've got this. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day.
You didn't mention the stand before.
It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Ah, yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know.
Rolling my ass. It's not round.
Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please.
That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony.
His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes justice.
That's a pretty good pun, I will say. Okay, we save once more. The one phone that was literally a cube. For fucking real, dude. Okay, went to the supermarket. Must have dropped my cell phone. When I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Okay, the bracelet didn't interact or react. A dyslexia pun. That's funny. Okay, hang on. Let's go back. The stand! Hold on, let me go back. That's the one thing that he didn't mention this entire time was the noodle stand. Okay, went to the supermarket, dropped my cell phone, walking through the park, I witnessed the crime, the killer, the victim. Okay, the stand. Let's talk about the stand. This part of the testimony is key. I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? The noodle stand! We gotta connect all these incidents somehow. Noodles! Do you happen to remember the noodle stand?
Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said, noodle! Yes, that was it. Remembering something quite well, it took you a while to tell us. Brine salt noodles! And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening.
The judge is extra spicy today. Can we keep this? I like this.
Well, Mr. Justice.
Huh. What about that sign? Could that be important? Probably. Let's add it to the testimony. Did I save? Hang on. Yeah, let's go for it. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I might make me a bowl of ramen as a snacky poo after stream. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whew. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. Not the cafeteria noodles. Some apply to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Okay, I remember the sign that said noodle. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it could be, because one side says Eldoon and one side says noodle. We talked about that when we were looking at the stand. Okay. We're on to something here. So, where's the stand at? Okay, alright. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle.
Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read, without a doubt, noodle.
I see.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes?
Let's take a look at our map, shall we? Aha! So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot.
You think so?
Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand. And to carefully read what the sign says. Eldoon, you were right! See? The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldoon's.
Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely noodle for sure. Positive.
I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle. He was standing on the other side, wasn't he? And he saw it right. Yeah, from the other side. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us this spot! The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. The witness was standing here on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldoon's, as we know. They viewed it from the treetop. Right. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says noodle. Exactly.
The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. You got me! So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all. I would say it does. He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. That's not how that works. Okay. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? Where he saw the bullet go through, and I think the direction that Waki was running.
It changes everything, Apollo.
Trucy?
Remember his testimony from before. Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, in 3D, I know, they're being fancy. That reverses the whole scenario.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction,
aha,
the bullet would have to hit his left temple.
ah.
In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible!
That's right.
So, now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning.
Indeed. You are absolutely correct, Fräulein. What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North. Ah! But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
Ooh, here we go. It's the box theory. God damn it, we can't escape the damn box. Order! Wow. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. Objection! Clarify one point for me, if you would, Herr Forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Oh no, are we? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please, looks aside, I'm a really nice guy. All my friends say so. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you gonna do now, Justice?
Should I really accuse Mr. Oh god. Oh no! Chat, what do we think? Accused of murder, accused of another crime, no accusation. You think he did something else? Ooh! Ooh! Is this where the panties come in? He was standing next to that trash can. In that Oh, you're onto something. Let's give it a shot. I don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Listen, you're helping me out, and I appreciate it. I mean, the panties had to come in at some point. I just couldn't figure out where. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Hair, forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Herr Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder. All for the sake of the narrative. I guess so. Your reason? The court's all ears. I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime? Your evidence? The court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Oh shit, I should have saved earlier. But which pair of panties? Trucy's? Or Plum's? Does it matter? Maybe Trucy's, because we found it in the car by the phone. Let's go with that. Here we go. Whew! Okay. Good, good. The evidence is this. What? Is that women's underwear? Who's... Oh, Evie Dents. You're very funny. How come they haven't used that name yet? Yeah, I'm sure Plums will be later. Hey, those are mine. Messing with your book, huh? Uh-huh. Don't look at me like that! Order! Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock, it's not what it seems! By Pythagoras' theorem, On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally. Yeah, because they were in the tailpipe. These panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Being a fucking perv. Please hear me out. It's not what it looks like. Okay, what is it then? Order! Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it seems. So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments? Perhaps you are not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligent,
V stands for valiant. See? Your point? I'm not done! Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Jail! Jail! Throw him in the clink. Yes, we of the IVU, Science Department. Oh, I went too fast. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge is, I don't care.
Come on! You're talking about a girl's panties here!
No, you do not understand! A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable.
What, 'cause you're bitchless, so you go to stealing underwear?
Damn. My friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land.
Oh, wait a minute. Trucy said he looked familiar. Has he gone to go see her magic act and he's trying to figure out how she makes the panties appear and disappear?
From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. A full-sized car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed.
A tire?
Yes! I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First there was the tire, then a stool pot, and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh? I was right on the money.
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
Attempted murder, arson, desecration of a corpse, insurance fraud, lascivious behavior, petty theft, grand larceny, armed robbery, weapons violation by a previous officer, illicit drug possession. That's like 11. Yeah, he's done a lot.
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties? It mocks the very laws of physics.
A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy. Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick?
You say panties, but they are much more than that. For me, they are an object for serious study.
I wonder.
There has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I am sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, maybe this would bear that blah 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 blah.
He's gonna keep talking. Jesus. Yes, I also think lascivious behavior applies here. Still, that leaves one thing unexplained.
Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? I know, Lily, it's a lot.
Be my guest, Hair Forehead.
I love this nickname, Hair Forehead. That's pretty good.
Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea?
Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a
trash can? Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do I? Oh god. Hmm. Ah! This is where Plum's panties come into play. It's the trash can, right? Let's go for it. Hey! Okay. All right. The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More panties? Yeah, you're totally innocent, Lily. How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, hair forehead? These are the last, honest. These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, yep, there it is. We can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties. Bitchless. So, these panties are your handiwork as well? That night I had been chased, hounded into the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went straight towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on a clothesline by a giant mansion. Your Honor, everyone knows pretty people aren't capable of a crime, therefore Lily is innocent. Well, it's good that you're sticking up for your fellow marshmallows, but what does that say about Dahlia? A giant pair of panties! Apparently, he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home, when I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. Maractus. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers? Yes. It was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. A fascinating if disturbing tale. Okay. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. And I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Walkie-Talkie, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Walkie-Talkie has a clear motive. I almost forgot about him. Indeed, the defendant Walkie-Talkie is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact. Assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple is yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution. Yeah, baby. God damn it. No problem. Very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. Hot diggity. To be continued. Dun, dun, dun. Hi, Rose. Welcome. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Thank you for stopping by. We save. I hope you've been doing well, Rose. Okay. That is gonna be it for tonight. We finished trial day 1, baby. So, that was our last stream for the week. We will be back next week. Next week! We have plenty more fun stuff. Oh, well, Jesus. I'm glad you're feeling better. The flu sucks. But next week there will be more Ishin. We have Valentine's karaoke. What else do we got? There will be other things. Maybe a little Kai Guy Idol watch party. Plenty of fun stuff. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for stopping by. But I had plenty of fun this week, and I enjoyed learning music and playing games. The flu is brutal this year. Everybody wear a mask, wash your hands, consume vitamin C. Ooh, Mino Mieko is live. So on YouTube, I'ma send y'all over to Mieko. And then on Twitch, I'm gonna send you to... I'll send you to Mieko on Twitch as well. She's multi-streaming, so we'll just go ahead and do that. That's why I didn't go to Iki this year, because of the flu. That's so valid. That's so valid. Please, your health is more important than anime conventions. But thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I always love a little courtroom time. We love Ace Attorney. And I hope you will be back next week for plenty more fun stuff. All right, folks, say hello to Mieko for me on Twitch and on YouTube, and I will see you next week. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.